Yo, 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 what is going on, IK fam? BN, we are back again today for another dope Sausity Sauce. Risking it to get that, can I say egg roll? I just don't know if that's going to go over well. But what I'd like to talk about today is how to use gold efficiently. And this is probably going to be somewhat of a little bit shorter of a video, but I do think there are some key elements when it comes to how you utilize gold in really a few limited ways. Now, for the most part, right, gold, as most people know, is a very finite resource in the game, along with it just being difficult to acquire. But there are now starting to become more opportunities on how you can get it. And then, of course, at even in more specific times, collect it in mass quantity. But once you have a lot of gold, right, the big question is, okay, well, how do I really use that gold efficiently? Right, and don't get me wrong, right? There's a couple ways that you can use gold, right? You can use it, for example, on your harbor, right? If you want to do the sailing, whether that be for the 12 hours, 3 hours in between. If you want to use gold to level up your dragons, right? Because those cost gold to do. If you need to use gold to do boosts for your immortals, right? These cost gold as well. I'll just give you an example here so we can show it off. Right, so you'll notice again 258, right? This is for going 0 to 1. Again, and that scales as you increase levels. So, right, what is the most efficient process and order to use gold on? My recommendation for you would be, first off, I do like the sailing, right? The reason I like the sailing is probably really twofold here, right? So I think we've sailed already. So, again, if you need the 5 points just to help boost your daily mission so you can get your 100 chest, right, which gets you the Philo Stone, also gets you some extra gold, right, so you're kind of getting a little reimbursed, so to speak. Because at max level for your harbor, I want to say it's 160 gold just to hit a 12 hour. So let's say you do one a day, right? It's really costing you 110. I actually haven't even looked at the other chests to see if it's just that one. If it's just the 100 that gives you gold, I want to say it is. I don't believe the other ones do. Yeah, they don't. So in that regard, right, you're doing a 110k investment to do a 12-hour run. And you're going to get, maybe some epic shards, right? You'll get some universal soul crystals, right? The purple gems here that you can use in the market. And then, you might get a resource or another material. Now, my order that I like a lot is really prioritizing dragon. I think dragon is by far the most important. I mean, even if you didn't, now don't get me wrong, boost level for your immortals is as well. But the boost for the immortals is really kind of more at a small pace. The recommendation there would be just to do your primary troop in the beginning, right? Max your primary troop out, like so. As an example, for me, right, I'm focusing water. So I have all of my water immortals currently at 12, right? I really haven't done anything with anyone else, right? With the exception of Hippolyta that you saw me just kind of me doing a test to get her to 10. But outside of that, everyone I have here is just 12. Everything is going into my water dragon right now, right, to keep leveling up. And I mean, as you can see here, right, I'm working on going to 33. So all of my gold, all I do is save, right? Another great tip as well is when you see these optionals, where is it here? So I can give you an example. So you see these optional chests. These optional chests, and this is probably the next biggest pro tip that I will give you, is when it comes to optional chest, it's a no-brainer. You always need to select gold. There should be no reason at all in the planetary universe, even if stars aligned or didn't, where you should be using universal or optional chests, resource chests, on anything but gold. That's the only thing you should use it on. Now, with that being said, again, you can see, I mean, I'm still at 4.5, right? I mean, you're basically just re-saving up to get enough gold to then level up your dragon again. The gold costs start getting really high, but keep in mind that they're only high, right, until you hit level 40. Once you hit level 40, and then you get all 6 of your dwellings at 40 as well, right, and then every once in a while you pop some gold boost, that's really when you should be doing that. All right, you'll notice that you'll start being able to level up the smaller dragons a little faster. And a big part of that is because you'll be getting a higher amount of income for your dragons in order to then start leveling them up. So these are just things to keep in mind. I think it's really important when you're looking at, how you're going to end up leveling those out. So like I said, I think dragon priority for where all the gold should be going towards, in conjunction with your primary troop, right? Level them up equally at the same boost level. If you have anything left over and you want to do 12 hours, so like for me, it's hit or miss. I'll sometimes do 12-hour runs, but if I do, I'll only do one per day. Sometimes I'll skip it 1 or 2 days, right? If I just really need to save a little bit more gold because maybe I know my time's coming down. You can also take the approach of never doing harbor. That is equally as fine as well. And you can just save everything for your dragon, which, I mean, if you're going kind of the min-max approach, I actually think that would be a little more efficient. And then, right, only boost level your primary troop, right? And keep in mind, this is really approaching it from a free-to-play perspective on how you can be more efficient with the gold that you're getting for income, and then how you're going to spend it, right, for what that return on investment is going to be. I think that probably covers it for the majority of areas that you're going to get some gold from, how you're going to spend that gold right until you get to a certain stage, right? And then kind of getting late game, I mean, the idea basically is to get all your dragons, right, to 40, and then you can eventually start working on your other immortals, right? I would say once your primary is at 20 boost levels each, right, then you can go work on the second, then the third, right, again, while you're kind of still prioritizing the dragons. And yeah, man, I guess it was a little shorter than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, those are my tips when it comes to how you can use the old bacon cheddar cheese. Hopefully, you'll find it a little beneficial, at least some context and explanation on why you would do them in a certain order and kind of the outlook on how you would progress that from your starting comps to once you start getting a little bit more towards the mid and then eventual late game. Again, I'd love to hear, as always, when I ask for comments, please let me know down below, right? Do you agree with my approach on how you spend gold? Have you done it a different way? If so, have you found success? I think that's one of the interesting things about especially newer games like IK, right? Given that it's just coming up to the 6-month-year-old mark, right? It's always nice to see how others experiment and how they kind of do their trial and error and testing to see what works for them as well. So again, would love to hear. Let me know. That's it for me. Until next time, we'll catch y'all later.